Today, we are tackling one of the biggest fears many of us face as we age, and that is the risk of cancer. It is the word nobody wants to hear from their doctor, but I have some incredibly empowering news for you today. While we cannot control every risk factor, like our genetics or our past environment science, now shows us that a significant portion of cancer risk is directly influenced by what we put on our fork 3 times a day. You might be feeling overwhelmed by all the conflicting advice out there, or maybe you are worried that it is too late to make a difference because you are already in your 60s or 70s. I want you to take a deep breath and let that worry go right now, because it is never too late to start protecting your cells. In this video, we are going to walk through the absolute best foods to reduce your risk of cancer, specifically tailored for the unique needs of our bodies as we get older. We are going to look at the science of why our bodies need extra support after 60, and I will give you a simple, practical plan to include these powerhouse foods in your daily meals without any complicated recipes or expensive supplements. Before we dive into the specific foods, do consider subscribing to this channel for more evidence-based health tips for seniors. To start off, we need to understand why nutrition becomes so critical for cancer prevention once we pass the age of 60. As we age, our bodies naturally undergo changes that can make us more susceptible to illness. Our cellular repair mechanisms, which are like the tiny maintenance crews inside our bodies, start to slow down, and they are not as quick to fix damaged DNA as they were when we were 30. We also tend to have higher levels of what doctors call chronic low-grade inflammation, which is like a slow-burning fire inside the body that can damage healthy cells over time and create an environment where cancer can thrive. This is why what you eat matters more now than ever before, because the right foods can act like a reinforcement team for your immune system, helping to put out that inflammation and giving your cells the tools they need to repair themselves. Let's start with the first group of foods that you should absolutely be eating, and these are the cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and kale. These vegetables contain a powerful compound called sulforaphane, which science suggests can help our bodies detoxify potential carcinogens before they have a chance to damage our cells. Think of these vegetables as the cleaning crew that comes in and scrubs away the toxins. Now here's a surprising fact that most people do not know. If you boil your broccoli until it is mushy, you actually destroy the enzyme needed to create that protective compound. The best way to eat them is lightly steamed or even raw if your digestion can handle it. I am curious to know, which of these vegetables do you actually enjoy eating? Do you love roasted Brussels sprouts, or do you prefer a simple coleslaw? Let me know in the comments below, because finding a way to enjoy these foods is the key to sticking with them. The second food group we need to talk about is berries, specifically blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries. You have probably heard the word antioxidants before, but let me explain simply what they do. As we age, our bodies accumulate oxidative stress, which is a bit like rust forming on a car. This rust damages our DNA and can lead to cancer mutations. Berries are packed with antioxidants that help scrub away that rust and protect your cells. Blueberries in particular are fantastic for brain health as well, so you are getting a double benefit. Aim for a half cup a day, whether that is in your oatmeal, your yogurt, or just as a snack. They are low in sugar and high in fiber, which brings me to our next critical point. We cannot talk about cancer prevention without talking about fiber, and specifically whole grains and legumes like beans, lentils, oats, and brown rice. There is a very strong link between high fiber intake and a reduced risk of colorectal cancer, which is a major concern for us as we get older. Fiber acts like a broom sweeping waste products through your digestive system, so they do not sit there and cause trouble. Here is another surprising health fact for you. Studies have shown that getting fiber from whole foods is significantly more protective against cancer than getting fiber from a supplement powder. Your body needs the whole package of nutrients found in the food, not just the isolated fiber. If you are not used to eating beans, start small with just a tablespoon or 2 in a soup to let your digestion adjust. Now let us move on to something that is often misunderstood, and that is fat. Not all fat is bad, and in fact, healthy fats are essential for absorbing nutrients that fight cancer. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are incredibly powerful at lowering inflammation in the body. Remember that fire we talked about earlier. Omega-3s are like the water that puts that fire out. If you do not eat fish, walnuts and flax seeds are also good plant-based options. Speaking of healthy fats, let's talk about tomatoes. Tomatoes are rich in a nutrient called lycopene, which has been strongly linked to a reduced risk of prostate cancer in men and may help protect against other cancers as well. But here is the trick. Lycopene is much better absorbed by your body when the tomatoes are cooked and eaten with a little bit of healthy fat like olive oil. So a slow-cooked tomato sauce is actually healthier for you in this regard than a raw tomato salad. So how do we put this all together into a practical plan that does not feel like a burden? It is actually quite simple. I want you to think of your plate at every meal. Aim to fill half of your plate with vegetables and fruit, a quarter with whole grains or beans, and a quarter with healthy protein like fish or poultry. It does not have to be perfect every single day. What matters is what you do most of the time. Consistency is the secret weapon. Start by adding just one of these cancer-fighting foods to your diet this week. Maybe you have oatmeal with berries for breakfast, or you add a side of steamed broccoli to your dinner. Small changes add up to massive protection over time. I do need to give you a gentle warning about foods to limit. We know that processed meats like bacon, hot dogs, and deli meats are linked to a higher risk of cancer, so try to save those for very special occasions rather than making them a daily habit. Also be mindful of added sugars, which can contribute to weight gain and inflammation. But please do not be afraid of fruit. The sugar in whole fruit comes with fiber and nutrients that your body needs. Before you go, I have one more question for you. What is the biggest challenge you face when trying to eat healthy? Is it the cost of fresh food? Is it cooking for one? Or is it just confusion about what is actually good for you? Please share your thoughts in the comments, because we are building a community here to support each other. Remember, your body is resilient, and it is always listening to the messages you send it through your food. By choosing these nourishing foods, you are telling your body that you want to live a long, vibrant, and healthy life. Thank you so much for watching and for taking this step towards better health. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to this channel and share it with a friend who might need this encouragement. I will see you in the next video with more tips on how to stay strong and healthy after 60.